Hello and welcome to Queendom TV. Today I'm going to be talking about another controversial thought/feeling/idea that I have had about that song When Jesus Say Yes by Beyonce, Michelle Williams, and basically Destiny's Child. Because you know what, guys, I was thinking about the song, and I think about it sometimes because for me it was a big time fraudulent move. I've kind of been looking into, the Freemasons and the Illuminati, which is something I looked into when I was a lot younger, funnily enough. And I really believe it's a real thing. It kind of started with Nimrod. So I don't really see this as an Illuminati/conspiracy theory. I see this as a very real thing because, guys, whether we want to acknowledge it or not, there is a battle in this world going on that, like, even by scientists' perspective, I've said this before and I'll say it again now, the universe is always moving more into a place of disorder than to order. We're always moving closer to chaos. That is the law of entropy based on the laws of thermodynamics, and it's something that's in science. But on a spiritual level, the Lord is telling me the same thing in a different way, that basically there's a force that is working against us. And that's what makes life so hard, because we're continually trying to battle against this force, And so when I heard this song, it made me think, at the time, I remember a lot of Christian people were all about this "when Jesus say yes" thing. And I was not there for it. I was really not there for it because I agreed with the lyrics, but something about the vibe of the song wasn't working for me. And that's kind of what this video is about. So if you're enjoying this video so far, and if you enjoy it to the end, please hit a subscribe button and the like button to let me know that you have liked this video and that you've subscribed and want to see more from me. Also, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What were your initial thoughts about this song before I get into it? Because now I'm going to get into it. So if you need to pause it, write a comment and come back. But I want to hear what you guys' thoughts were about this even before. Let me know if you're telling me your before thoughts as well. But the more that I thought about it, the more I thought, well, it's very obvious and clear for a lot of us that Beyonce and Jay-Z, and this is why you guys were never on this channel. I'll be very real with you guys on this channel, because you know why I'm very real on this channel? I don't want to make anybody try and be a part of this who doesn't actually want to be a part of it. Because I'm a very real person and I can't deal with the fakeness of the world. So I'll be real with you when it comes to Beyonce. Do I think she's talented? She's very talented. Do I think she can sing? I think she can sing. Do I think she can dance? I think she can dance. And do I think she's doing it one of the best out of all the people out there in the world right now? I do, to some extent. But what I will also say is that because of all those things, I do not worship her. And also, I actually don't really even support her because of the things I believe she's connected with, largely being the Illuminati and the Freemasons, and how high level I think she is. Because the truth is, a lot of people could be involved in that. I just feel like she's a high level and she's aware of what she's doing. And when I feel like somebody knows what they're doing, and the thing that I feel like they know what they're doing is negative, it's having a negative impact on people, even if they think they're enjoying it, that's something that kind of really puts me off of someone. And that's kind of my perspective on Beyonce. But anyway, for her and a bunch of other people to be talking about Jesus, the Bible talks about the scary thing for me, about the battle of good and evil. Is not even evil, it's the evil that pretends to be good. That is the scariest thing for me about the battle of good and evil, because you're going to have the evil that pretends to be good. That's why the Bible says, that the enemy comes disguised as an angel of light. That's why Jeffrey Epstein was somebody who was into charities and helping rich people put their money into charities, but then was the most highest level of person we know, creating a pyramid scheme based on underage, inappropriate adult relations with women, and so that's kind of how it works. And so for me, it's kind of one of those things where we've got to be totally aware and awake of what's really going on, in front of our eyes, and understand, where people's I guess where their inspiration for what they're doing is coming from. And I think when it comes to Beyonce in particular, it's just kind of one of those things where I'm like, people are kind of overlooking what you really are and who you really are, because you're making them feel good about themselves, and it's making them ignore the fact that they know what you're saying is kind of toxic. Like, I was thinking about the whole her and Jay-Z thing and how Jay-Z cheated on her. And don't get me wrong, guys, I'm not saying when things go wrong in relationships, people can't resolve them however they feel the Lord is giving them the grace to do so, right? What I'm saying is, why are we portraying and pushing negative behaviors? Like, there's a few things about Beyonce that I noticed. One of the things I noticed about Beyonce was that she kind of made money, her and Jay-Z, off of Jay-Z cheating on her. She had her album where basically Lemonade talking about women empowerment despite being cheated on, which I felt was very hypocritical. And then you basically got another album from Jay-Z being like, well, yeah, I cheated on her, you know. And so that was kind of the scary thing. But then it's also this thing of how she's changed over the years. And in the past, she was a very like kind of soulful person that we all listened to and we all respected, and then became into this person who was now singing about surfboards, and people are saying that, you know, Beyonce is the reason OnlyFans blew because she said something like how the devil wants you to do OnlyFans and God wants to stop you. And the big statement she made in that song, where I was like, rah, are people really missing the fact that Beyonce is not team like for you to succeed in life? She's trying to get you not to, and she's quite happy doing it, you know. That's kind of the way that I see it. So it's one of those things where I just kind of have to think about all of this stuff and put those things together and think about, you know, where people, this When Jesus Say Yes song, I'm like, if that's where you came from, everything I said before, if that's what based your, where you came from before you did something like that, I don't really trust in this song all of a sudden that now, yes, you're for the people and you're for, you know, bringing people to Jesus. I think you just want to convince people that you're for Jesus. So everything else you're doing, nobody's looking into and nobody's paying attention and nobody's thinking like, well, actually, this doesn't add up and this doesn't make sense. They're just thinking, yes, let's run off with Beyonce and she's awesome and she said Jesus, so we believe her. Like when people are playing this song in church, I remember being in churches where I never expected to hear a Beyonce song being played. And I remember feeling uncomfortable. And I didn't feel uncomfortable because they were playing Beyonce in church. I felt uncomfortable because what Beyonce was saying and the whole Destiny's Child and everything, it just felt fake and it felt weird. And I'm just going to say this now, and that's why I'm bringing this up now, because I've thought about it recently, like I've been thinking about it more and more. And I want to just say that something was off about that song. And there's something about trying to show people you're there for them by supporting them. Do you know how easy it would be for me to say, guys, right now I'm going vegan, and because I'm going vegan, I'm going to do Veganuary, and I could fake all on my YouTube and my social media, guys, and I could tell you guys I'm all eating vegan, and I could post vegan stuff, and in the back, behind the scenes, I could be eating a whole frigging pig, mate, a whole frigging cow, a whole frigging goat. I could be smoking that thing, I could be having steak, I could be having beef bourguignon, as they love on Come Dine With Me. But it doesn't mean that I'm doing anything. And that's the thing that I keep trying to drill home on my channel, is the fact that just because somebody is saying something, just because somebody looks like they're in support of something, it doesn't mean that they are. Just in the same way that I can say right now, I'm white. And that does not make my skin color change. We did not see me turn into a white woman or anything like that. No, in the same way that that is the case, when people say stuff or when people support stuff, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. And that's just, I guess, what I'm trying to say now about this whole Beyonce thing is, yes, and when Jesus says, I'm talking about Beyonce because she's the biggest one of all of them, but, you know, they're kind of all involved in it, is we can't just be supportive of something because it sounds like something we like. We have to look at the roots. We have to look for the truth, you know, and that's what I believe God does. But, you know, I just feel like it's one of those things, you know, really, with Beyonce and all of that. So, yeah, I would love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know what you thought about this When Jesus Say Yes song, especially for those of you who have a belief somewhat in God. It doesn't have to be that you're a big Christian. Maybe you just kind of believe in God and stuff. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Even if you don't believe in God, I would love to hear your thoughts. Hit the like button and hit subscribe if you're feeling the vibe and you want to join the tribe. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next one. It's been awesome to have you. Don't forget to check out my other videos where I talk about lots of different things. And I'll see you guys in my next one. God bless you all and goodbye.